Hi everyone, and I'm back again to talk about another aspect of our Hormone Empowerment program. This time it's the environment. So I want to talk to you a little bit about some chemicals that are known as endocrine disruptors. It's going to be a very brief video because this is a huge topic. So we're basically surrounded by chemicals, and a lot of them are these endocrine disruptors. So these are basically chemicals that they either mimic hormones, or on our cells we have little doors called receptors, and they basically block those doors so that the hormones that our body makes cannot get into the cell, or they'll interfere with the production or the work of those specific hormones. And so these disruptors, these chemicals, can create some of our perimenopausal symptoms, and they're also linked to some of those hormone sensitive cancers as well, like testosterone sensitive or estrogen sensitive cancers. So estrogen, testosterone, and thyroid hormone are particularly vulnerable to these chemicals. Now, we can't avoid them completely. All we can do is reduce our exposure. So some examples of chemicals would be your BPA. Now, the thing about BPA is that it's not just BPA. So even if you see a bottle that says BPA free, there's actually other types of BP. I think it's BPF, BPS, and these are terrible. So they're originally, BPA was a synthetic estrogen. It was part of the hormone replacement therapy. And then a new form of estrogen came along, and they decided that they didn't need to use BPA as a hormone replacement therapy anymore. And for some idea, don't know why, someone decided that it was really good at making plastic flexible. And so they decided to use it in baby food containers and water bottles. Awesome idea when it's an estrogen. So it's been linked to everything from breast cancer to reproductive problems, prostate cancer, obesity, early puberty, heart disease, lots of things. And so it's people have finally caught up, and now they're doing BPA free, but just know that if this is BPA free, it doesn't mean that it hasn't got other bisphenols in either. You've got dioxins, phthalates, which are all industrial chemicals, percolate, which is an agricultural chemical, flame retardants, which you may have seen on labels, something called perfluorinated chemicals, which are also used in industry, organophosphate pesticides, which are used in agriculture, lead, which you find in pipes and paint and on the side of a road, and then arsenic, which is found in rice. So they can all impact our hormones. Now, I can answer any questions you have on this. We actually have a little audit. So if you're interested in doing an audit to see how much your exposure is, please contact us, ask@hormoneempowerment.com. We can send you the audit, and come and join our group, because we've talked about this in the past. I've done challenges with Andrew where I've talked about this in a little bit more detail, and it's part of our program. So there's a whole video all on this and where to find those chemicals and how to reduce your exposure. So the first thing I could say as a tip is just try and use natural products where you can. Use glass, stainless steel. Don't drink from plastic water bottles. Don't leave them in your car either, because if the sun hits them, it will leach the estrogen into the water. So please come and do the audit. If you're interested, give us your email and we'll send it to you. Come and join our group, Hormone Health Tips for Women 40 Plus. And as I said, there's a whole video on this in our program where we talk about all of these different chemicals and what you can do to reduce your exposure, because you're never going to be able to completely avoid them. So it's really about balancing out. And also our diet, our liver is fantastic at protecting us. So we need to make sure that our liver is healthy as possible so that we can actually remove this stuff from our bodies as well. Our body's really clever, but if we don't give it the nutrients it needs, if we don't have a healthy gut, if we don't sleep well, if we don't move our bodies, if we drink lots of alcohol and smoke cigarettes, it's all going to mean that it's really hard for our body to then get rid of this so that we can be healthy and not have the symptoms that they can cause. So any questions, please come along, ask us, ask@hormoneempowerment.com, and hopefully we'll see you in our Facebook group. Take care.